Tony from Tony's World reporting again. So today it's already late. It's almost 2 here in Medellin, which I have to say, wow, I miss this weather. It's actually warm here. I've been in Bogota for the last almost 2.5, 3 weeks, and the whole time I've been wearing a sweater because it's cold. So anyways, the mission for today is to go visit Pablo Escobar's grave. I checked the distance from the hotel, and walking is gonna take about 2 hours. I've said I was gonna walk. I've been walking for about 30 minutes, but I'm starving. Today I woke up and I forgot I had free breakfast. So I'm starving. I think I'm gonna get something to eat. I'm gonna keep walking. If I feel that it's taking too much, I'll just call Uber, Didi, taxi, whatever, and go from there. So let's check it out, Tony's World.
So finally I decided to go into this mall that I have to say it was very nice, very beautiful. One thing about Medellin, they have many beautiful modern malls and places to go shopping and eating. And after looking around, I decided to stop here, which I'm gonna call an asado. In English, a lot of people call it barbecue. And as you can see, it had beef, pork, and chicken. It was actually very good. And one thing about Colombia, they're always eating bananas. So any plate you order has bananas. So here we start our journey. After I finished eating, we start the journey. We start the walk. Everything seemed cool, calm, and collective. Till we got here. I didn't know what this place was, but I knew the rain was coming. So I decided to come here. And not even 2-3 minutes from the time I got here, it poured down. I have to say, this is one of the biggest, strongest storms I have ever seen. And it was amazing. I didn't know that on this side of the train station, that it turned out to be a train station, there was a river. And I was very impressed with the amount of water and everything. And to my surprise, like I said, I found out this was a train station. I found out I could buy a ticket and take the train to where Pablo's grave is at. And it turned out to be great. I skipped the rain. I bought the ticket, got into the train. And as you can see, it's a big train station. So it worked out perfect, a lot better than what I had in mind, because I was really thinking of walking, and I didn't know the storm was coming. So I enjoyed the ride. I have to say it was beautiful, looking outside, enjoying the river, rolling, the water. So finally we got here. I got off, and from what Google was telling me, I was only about 10-minute walk away from Pablo's grave. So here we go. We start walking again, heading down. I have to admit, every time I have to be careful because, you know, you never know where you're stepping into. And once I got here, the first thing I got me was a tinto. A tinto, which means it's milk with coffee, I believe. Had me my little old coffee, kept walking. It was still raining, and finally I found the place where Pablo's remains are laying. So we started walking into the cemetery.
Okay, so after that great journey, we made it here. This is the cemetery where Pablo's body was laid to rest. And I said it was quite a journey. I didn't expect to take the subway or the train, metro, whatever you want to call it. But under the circumstances, life led me to take it. So that's the path. Now we're gonna go up here and just look around and might have a conversation with the triple OG, Pablo Escobar, Tony's World.
So it took me a while to find the grave. I asked a few people, they pointed it out, but I still couldn't find it. When I finally did find it, it was still a challenge. A lot of mud, and but I finally got to where I was headed. I found the grave, and it's actually a big grave. Most of his family is buried here, and I had read that this is the most visited grave in Colombia. And yes, from the little time I was there, I could tell that a lot of people were coming through besides the weather. But yes, I had the privilege to actually stand above Pablo's grave. And to me, it was just something that I can say I've done. Like I said, I don't agree with everything he did, but at the end of the day, he's a person that conquered life in many ways.
Here at the gravesite of Pablo Escobar, that's his tomb right there, and all his family. I heard a little bit about the story as far as these rocks. I guess one of his dreams was to be buried in La Hacienda, wherever these rocks came from. But for whatever legal things with the government, they didn't allow it. So, you know, just to please his wishes, they brought some of the land and put it here. So that's why they got those rocks there. That's just something I learned. But, you know, I feel privileged. At the end of the day, I'm not going to say that I agree with whatever Pablo did, but what I admire about him is that even though he has died, what, I don't know, long 1990, 91, which is almost 20 something years, and his legacy still goes on. You know, I admire that mind frame because at the end, many people try to be bandidos, you know, which outlaws, bad guys. But not everyone makes it to his level. Not just one in a million, and he happens to be one of them. And that requires a certain mind frame. And that's what I admire about this soul, this person that lived and walked this earth. And now, you know, something that everyone knows. This is the most visited tomb in Colombia. So, you know, we made it. It was a journey. We made it, a rainy day. I don't know if that was a gift from Pablo. But yeah, you know, we're here. Tony's World. Pablo Escobar, Medellin, Colombia. Here we go.